Hello, I'm Robert Griffin and I'm one of the Paddlesdown Pro-Staff. I'm here today just to introduce you to the Hadel's B81 Goose Call, which we bring into the UK, and here at Paddlesdown we retune it for pink-footed geese. We're going to give you a quick blast on that, and we're going to show you how to do a little bit of custom tuning on it as well if you wish to do so. Now, first of all, before we move on, just let me explain. We just have to come into the conservatory because we've just got a howling gale outside which is affecting our videoing. So the acoustics in here aren't brilliant, but we'll do the best that we can. Now, just a bit of history for you. We used to bring in the MSG 96 from Hadel's, which is a white snow goose call, and we retuned that for pinks. And that was a very successful call. We still have people ringing up wanting this one. Gives you the nice high-end note for the pink there, the quick. That was a very successful call, was that. Unfortunately, discontinued a couple of years ago. Now superseded by the B81, which we're just going to give you a quick blast of now. Again, we're still getting that nice high-end note there, the quick. And I'll sometimes, as well as that, I'll sometimes use a 3-bar, which is a and try and just rasp it off on the end of it. And that often, when you don't get a response with which everybody else is using, the 3 bars can work very well. And to blow that call, it's just simply a case of into the call, just blowing 2 puffs of air in it. How hard you blow will depend how high you have the call set in terms of where you have the reed set on the call and what pitch. Coming from us, we have it set so that really it suits most people. So straight again, out of the box. And that's how we'll be sending the call to you. And what we're going to have a look at now is if you want to alter that pitch, if you want it a little bit higher or a little bit lower to suit your calling technique, we'll have a look at that. Just one last thing I'll just tell you. When we're calling those geese, and that goose starts coming to you, and it's locked, and it's on its way into you, just remember, just pull back on your calling and just let the goose come in. And it's only when he starts to go off to one side or the other, he swings off to one side, that you need, and he perhaps gives you a call that you need to respond to him. So just bear that in mind. Always undercall, don't overcall. Here we have our pink-footed goose call, and what we're going to do is just have a look at how to retune it. So if you're not happy with the note that's coming out of it, basically, if you want it higher or lower, what we've got to bear in mind is people have different calling techniques. Some people blow very hard, some people don't. So some people who blows hard and wants a greater flow of air maybe wants a longer reed in the call so that it doesn't jam as easily. So what we're going to do is we just pull her apart, just leave the barrel down there, and what we're left with is a reed, a soundboard, and then we've got a little wedge in there as well that's just holding it all together. If we shorten the reed, this one I can probably just work her away and just push her in very lightly. If we shorten the reed, and that's gone very, very high as that when I've shortened that, and it's almost unblowable. So I'm going to extend her back out and see what we come up with. And I've just extended the reed back out, and that's actually brought us back up. That's actually brought us back with a perfect note by extending that reed back out. If we wanted to take the call completely apart, we just gently work off the exhaust, and that's going to leave us with our wedge, our reed, and our soundboard. And it's very, very easy to put back together. Just lay your reed and your soundboard together and your wedge, and just put her back in to the exhaust and just work her in until she's tight. We'll have a guesstimate on where the reed wants to be. Oh dear, so that's come up quite flat and low, so let's have that reed in a little bit further. Still a little bit flat for me, so I'm just going to work that reed in a little bit further. So I've just pushed the reed in there a little bit further. I could get away with that, so I'm just going to tighten everything up, make sure the wedge is in nice and tight. That's perfect for me. So let's just stick it back together, and that's what we have. We've got a perfect. So I hope that little bit of information there just on how to retune your B81 helps you and what was useful for you. Really straightforward. Just look at the call. I mean, if push comes to shove, you know, when you take a call apart, just mark it with a marker pen on the inside, so that you know where everything was as it was set by us. At least you can get it back to that setting. That's the one I've just played on with. That one there, I put the reed quite short, so it's quite high pitched, so you noticed I had a little jam there because I'm using the same volume of air as I would normally use, so that reed's maybe a little bit short for me, so I could perhaps lengthen that reed back out and get a greater flow of air into the call, so I could blow it harder. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind. So good luck with your calling. If you have any problems, just come back to us at Paddlesdown, give us a ring or drop us an email, and we'll always be glad to help you and give you any advice. Thanks very much.